You have money, but do you have courage? Hey everybody, welcome to Voluntary Living with me, David James Rodriguez. We are building a world based on consent, self-ownership, and freedom. And we're almost at Christmas, and I was shopping. I just feel the energy in the air of all this fake tradition, fake joy, perhaps. I mean, I like listening to the songs. You know, I'm grocery shopping. I'm whistling to the songs of the traditions and but unfortunately I saw a documentary about the origins of Santa Claus in the last week from YouTube channel Mind Unleashed or Mind Unveiled, and I'm just like, this is crazy. Santa Claus, just so you know, is basically like an old pagan witch. He used to steal kids and steal presents, but now he gives presents, and now he's a good guy. Unbelievable. Go take a look at some of the history of these things and traditions. And what's happening now with this great reset is that they're trying to reset culture again. So I invite you to consider about creating culture, traditions, norms, and values for your own family. And before you can do that, you might want to create these things for yourself. This is the challenge that I'm noticing right now within my family, extended family, friends even. You know, basically, people don't know what they value. They don't know what is their priority in life. And they have us chasing the dollar. And great, let's make a lot of money. I'm pro money. And I'm pro-morality, and I'm pro-righteousness, and I'm pro-goodness, and consent, and respect for self-ownership. These are the real things that they've tried to hide from me my entire life. Well, I've discovered them now. Thank the Lord for all the crazy visionary people who have come before me, and now I am standing on their shoulders, just as you are. If you know that government authority is illegitimate and that voluntary relationships are far superior, because they're going to try to reset us and downgrade us, devolve us into more totalitarianism and a stronger police state. But what I think and feel and believe is that me and my friends, we are evolving up to a voluntary world, to harmonious relationships, to the people's reset, to decentralized money, to decentralized everything, where the authority comes from nature, yourself, God, whatever it is, your spirit. It certainly doesn't come from the government, specifically the federal, state, county, city, okay? And of course, the local counties or the local governments are less totalitarian than the others, but at the same point, they're all using coercion and intimidation against you and I, aren't they? So we can scream and yell at them and go shout at their buildings, or we can exit and build, which I think is the primary solution for humanity. But I'm not the only one. Go take a look at the peoplesreset.org. Derek Bros and the people, John Bush and Hakeem Anwar and all the good humans out there in January in Mexico are gathering. And I was unable to secure a piece of paper called a passport in time, so I won't be able to make it. But the point is that bravery and courage are needed today and tomorrow and the next day, and next week, and next month, and next year, more than ever. And I hope my brothers and sisters and acquaintances and extended friends and family, everybody with money, will begin to consider putting that capital to use for real solutions, for real change. And I'm working on a movie right now. I invite you to take a look at it. But then you can make music. You can make cartoons, other content, make books, make anything with voluntary relationships that are involved, because Humanity's in trouble, and this is what's going on. I got so much respect for my solutionary friends out there who are taking leadership and putting themselves out there, whether it's making videos, holding events, writing books, making music, making movies, making videos, making documentaries. Whatever it is, I know how heavy that feels, and so do you. But now's not the time to feel heavy. Now's the time to feel our spirit, feel our soul, feel our ancestors, and feel the agape love that we have for each other. Humanity is bifurcating, and Klaus Schwab and the WEF and those, thugs over there, they're going to get a portion of the population, but they're not going to get the majority, I don't believe. I believe humanity's become very scattered, and people are going to be lost. So it's up to us to plant the flag for self-ownership, personal responsibility, voluntary relationships, honor, morality, these types of things. We are evolving and elevating, not because we're better than other people, but because we want to treat other humans with respect and morality and righteousness, because we want to be treated with respect, morality, and righteousness. So these are some of the ideas that I wanted to talk about today, because these holidays are very emotional, and once we understand the roots of these things and where they came from and why they're being promoted and why corporations are promoting them, unfortunately, these mega corporations are psychopathic. The government school system is psychopathic. The military system is psychopathic. It's not because the bad actors involved necessarily at the middle or lower level, but at the highest level, they know what's going on. Look up General Smedley Butler. He called out that war is a racket. That's the name of his book 80 years ago. And he said these well-meaning, well-intending men, young men, join the military for freedom and democracy and all these high ideals. And he said, but unfortunately, war is about dollars and cents. And I was a strong-armed thug for all these corporations in Grenada and all these countries that he names. He wrote a book about it. So I just want to invite you to consider some of these ideas as humanity is evolving and we're transcending beyond coercive organizations and individuals. The camera is more powerful than the gun. Be sure to document any encounters that you have with any bullies. Anybody who's trying to coerce you, intimidate you, or hurt you, you pull out the camera so that everybody in the neighborhood can know who this thug and bully is. Because we don't have time to be pushed around by these people. You and I are sons and daughters of the Creator, or at least the highest evolution, whatever you believe to be true. But I believe there's a Creator. I believe there's a magical reason why we're here, and this life is sacred. And over the last 4 or 5 years, we got to see what they did to peaceful people, to entrepreneurs, to churches, to customers, and they're gonna try it again. All these alleged, drones or unidentified flying objects. Well, look up Werner von Braun. I think that's his name. He talked about Project Bluebeam, or at least the foundation of it. They're gonna fake an alien invasion and then put some holographic images up there and then actually blow up buildings. So you have holographs in the sky, broken and built in buildings that are on fire, and it's, oh, the aliens are coming to get us. Well, you must unite for a global government. Do not do that. It's not time to unite for a global government. It's time to unite for harmonious, voluntary, consensual relationships. Can we have voluntary transactions? Would that be okay with you? I don't harm you and you don't harm me. I'm not obligated to anything and you're not obligated to anything. All we know is that I own myself and you own yourself. And as long as we're not harming each other, we're all good. This seems to be the future of humanity. In fact, I believe it and I know it to be true. I am certain that the people who are bifurcating from the centralized, globalized, predatorial system are going to be building a decentralized, voluntary, honorable system, starting with themselves, starting with us, and engaging in voluntary relationships. And as long as we bring peace, we're going to be fine. Ideally, we bring positivity as well, because as Napoleon Hill said, that's the number one rich of life. Out of all the riches, He lists all these riches. Positive mental attitude is number one. And he goes through all the things, health and relationships and everything else. At the bottom is riches, cash, money at the bottom, which is still a rich. But number one is a PMA, as W. Clement Stone said as well. So all these things to send you a Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, Happy Kwanzaa, Happy Hanukkah, whatever you celebrate. I'm not divided by any of these things. I'm uniting humanity to send you warm wishes, big hugs, agape love, and thank you for being alive today and joining me here on Voluntary Living, where we are building a world based on consent, self-ownership, and freedom. We'll see you on the next video.